He's got the first down sprinting inside the 45, fighting Lions all the way down to the 42-yard line. Tyrone Winkley, the battering ram, has a Raider first down. This 10 inside the Lion 30, play action bootleg. Gannon's got room to go, 25-20, and he steps out of bounds. The Raiders first down on the 15-yard line. Touchdown Raiders! Randy Jordan blocked it. It's a touchdown for the Raiders. Randy Jordan does it again.
All right, everybody, this is Captain Jack. Sheila, if you can hear me, mute your feed, because all I hear is the promo still going on in your feed. So mute your feed, Sheila. Hopefully she's heard me. Sheila. We're gonna have a lot of sound here, I can tell. Okay, Sheila, can you hear me? Let me go here. What I got here? Yep, that codec is on. Well, folks, hopefully my guests will be able to hear me. Sheila! Stop going to sleep, Sheila. There we go. Sheila. Sheila. Hey, Sheila.
Yes, sir.
First off, everybody knows that Sheila is here, but I needed Sheila to mute her feed because I was hearing it. I'm not sure if everybody else was, but you know, I'll turn my game off with the Phillies winning 5-4, and Jason here. It is the what is it? The bottom of the 8th, and I know that Jason Dean is keeping an eye on it as well. Where you are going to be okay. I don't have a brothel.
God.
There's a comment here. Is that a brothel? No, it's not a brothel. Yeah. Now, in case you guys are wondering who I'm speaking to, and I'm gonna have to turn my camera here. So let's see here. Crap. As soon as I do that, then I knock down all this paperwork. Oh, Lord. Okay. Now, you guys are seeing this. I'm going to have to go to cam shot large. 1 second here. Because it is nice that we actually have this. Why is it not working? Okay, there it is. Okay. Is it here? Is it there? There we go. I'm hoping that you all can see, and I can't really see if you can see. Can people see our guest? I can't tell if you can see our guest, and of course my fucking papers keep falling down.
Goodness.
God damn you, Sheila! I love you, but you know what? You're
Hey, I love you too. Come on now. I didn't knock the paperwork down.
Yeah, well, the reason why the paperwork is being knocked down is because I had to move my camera in order for me to hopefully see you on screen, because I don't normally do this, but because you know what? I'll fucking drink later, okay? Because I have to drink.
Good Lord.
I have to drink.
No.
I have
Jay, no.
No. I will have to drink later because I know I'm going to swear my ass off. Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? All y'all have to drink. I'm waiting for the feed to see if, because there's a delay. And I want to see what the damn picture looks like, and right. I can't tell what it is yet, so I'm waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Okay. So hopefully, because once I see what it looks like, then I can actually. I don't give a fuck. It's 2 and counting. That would make it 3, by the way, Anna. Okay. I think that I can't tell whether they can see you or not.
Oh boy. Hey Jay, if I wasn't on PTSD medication, I would be drinking too, because tomorrow it's tax-free weekend and I need all the alcohol I can get.
Okay, now I see that I had, because I was screwed up. Okay, let's see here. Where'd you go? Where did my shot of... There it is. Okay. So I have you on camera now.
Okay.
Okay. What it looks like, I can't tell, because I had to get rid of the what it was looking like. Okay. So you guys are gonna see my desk. You're gonna see my stuff that's on my desk. You'll eventually see our first guest. I'm not fucking yelling at you, Anna Pacheco. I love you.
Oh, good.
It's just okay. There you are. Good. Okay. You guys can see our guest, and so now that I can actually see this, wave everybody. Another moderator just handled this. I don't know. Is there another? Do I got another moderator in here? That's news to me. Okay, now. Folks, for the edification of everybody, if I can I can't even hold the camera straight, and I apologize there, sweetheart. I'm trying to hold it as straight as I can. I would like to introduce everybody to the Texas Glamazon, otherwise known as Sheila House Jones, I believe. Yeah,
you got it right.
Yeah, got it right. And Sheila is a wonderful lady that we've corresponded for years, and one of my favorite people. And I actually had the wonderful pleasure of finally meeting her face to face after we corresponded for years and years and years, via Facebook and whatnot. And then I got a chance. Not only did I chance to meet her, who she's wonderful, but I met her and her hubby and her wonderful guide dog, I believe is
service dog.
Service dog. Okay, so there you go, folks. I want, like I said, there's going to be probably a little bit of a disconnect in the feed and the mouthing. I apologize, but I want everybody to see the Texas Glamazon and know that she's a wonderful lady. And not only has she been a fan for years and of the Texans, but did we want to go right into the announcement, honey? Do you just want to just come right out and say, because we love you and I love you, so I'm going to let you have the floor. So this is all yours right now.
Okay. All right, guys. I just want to let you know I am my pseudonym is my entourage is the Texas Glamazon, but I've been a football fan since I'm about 5 or 6 years old. Thank my great grandfather for introducing me to. Whoops, hang on. For introducing me to the NFL. I watched a lot of games. I watched my great grandfather is a diehard Cowboy fan, and I do respect him for doing that. And if you may notice, I have my car in Cowboys gear right now in honor of him. Um, I am. I love the NFL. I watched the Cowboys. I watched the Raiders. I watched the Rams. I watched all 32 teams, including the New England Patriots.
Boo!
Thank you. Yeah, winning like 200 million Super Bowls. Anyway, but I love the game. I actually started watching the NFL when I was in middle school, mostly with the Dallas Cowboys and the Raiders also. Let's get down to business. Or actually, let me try this. When I was stationed in Germany, you see nothing but games. There were no local games. There were nothing. They had one game after another preempted and on a 8-hour delay. But anyway, all right, let's get onto it. Mike, it's Sheila, Sheila. Anyway, back to my announcement. If y'all may notice, I've been watching the Raiders since I was about, I don't know, like 6 or 7, when I saw all the guys I've known, the players I've known was Bo Jackson, Lyle Zato, may he rest in peace. Kenny the Snake Stabler, may he rest in peace as well. And Rich Gannon, but my favorite of all times was Sebastian Janikowski, Mr. 64-yarder. And also his punter, Shane Leckler, who's been with the Texans for a while. He knows, he makes great kicks. But after I watched the game, when I went to the game, well, my husband, my dog, and I went to the game when the Raiders were in town down in Houston. I saw nothing but big time love with the fan base, and I know you guys have been the most well-traveled fan base besides that other team that's in the AFC North, i.e. the Steelers. You guys, I saw nothing but absolute love at NRG Stadium. I mean, good night. I saw more silver and black everything than I do anything else. You guys are a great fan base in the AFC West, and I know I have a lot of family on my husband's side. They're all from California. Too bad my husband and I are going to be dividing big time because he's a Bronco fan.
Boo!
Yeah, thank you for your sympathy. Let's get on to it. After much decision, much thorough ado, reason why you may notice the silver and black nails, I have decided to support Raider Nation.
Yay!
And I like I said, I love seeing the Raiders play. You guys have a lot of great heart. You guys are ride or die fans, and I am very blessed to be a part of the biggest nation in all of the NFL. And I can tell you right now, you guys, I'd say between y'all and the Steelers fans, you guys are like top of the list, tied for the top of the list, along with Chicago, Miami, Dallas. You guys are like, yeah, that's one big family that I actually saw. You guys are wonderful. I mean, there's a lot of people that badmouth y'all, but you guys are family. You're not only great Raider fans, but also your family. Y'all take care of each other. I don't care if you're from Cali, or I don't care if you're from Texas, anywhere in the United States. There's somebody that's a part of Raider Nation, and I've seen like 20 of them on my drive, either coming from work or running errands or whatever. You guys rock solid, and I'm very blessed to be a part of this wonderful, wonderful organization. Okay, then that's all. That's all I like to say.
Well, I wanted to say that it is an honor to bring you on as a member of the Raider Nation fan base, and as well as being and again, I don't like the term, but you know what the term is, as a super fan. And you will remain the Texas Glamazon, but you will be changing a bit of your persona as far as your accoutrement and your getup. And so again, I want to make sure that everybody knows that it's still the wonderful Texas Glamazon. She will be supporting Raider Nation this year. Now, and I want to make sure that people know that you may or may not see some blue in the Glamazon's accents, and that is an homage to your grandfather.
That's right.
And so I said, hey, as long as you do what you want, honey, because again, the fact that you're coming over and supporting us and being one of our newest super fans in the midst, you're not changing your name, you're just changing your accents and your accoutrement, and I love that. But again, folks, if there is a bit of a blue in the outfit, don't give Miss Sheila any crap, because that is because the Cowboys were a very important part of her grandfather, and it's how she became a sports fan. And so I mean, again, it's going to be primarily silver and black, but the blue accents aren't bad, and they will actually, because it's the blue and the silver of the Cowboys, it works out well as well. But we're going to see Miss Sheila dressed to the nines, and I think I know what the new outfit will be, because we've spoke. Don't say it, Sheila. Let everybody else kind of, when you're ready to present it and premiere it, we'll do that as well. We'll make sure that we have that going on, and we'll put a pic. In fact, if you are able to join us, and because again, folks, I apologize. I'm glad that we actually have a Skype picture here, because it was nice that I have a Skype person on this. Unfortunately, I can't figure out a way other than holding the damn camera up to my other TV that we can actually see the person on Skype. So again, we'll figure that one out. But I was not going to miss the opportunity when I saw that Sheila actually Skyped in with her camera on, and I was not gonna waste an opportunity to show this beautiful lady for everybody to see. If you don't know Sheila, make sure you go find her. Make sure you find her on Facebook and give her some love. Give her some more friend requests. Again, if she is on the feed for the show for tonight on Facebook, so you can find her there quickly. Sheila House Jones, she's right there. Go get some friendships made with this beautiful lady, and a very special person. And thank you, honey, for sharing this with us. And I could think of no other way to bring you, or no better way to bring you as a personal friend of mine into the fold of the Raider Nation, all of us together. And any last words for everybody, because we love you already, for sure.
Well, thank you. I love you too. I had one that was from, who was it? Mike Sierra. He asked me, what do I think of Derek Carr? I was well. Let's say this. I was at the nail shop earlier when I saw. I haven't been watching so much football because with my work schedule and everything, I barely even watch. I hardly ever watch the NFL Network. Derek Carr, I don't know, because I've been thinking about this all day. Derek Carr, everybody's saying they think he's being disrespected. I mean, come on now, you need to just suck it up, because you're dealing with a great organization and John Gruden, but especially John Gruden as coach. You're gonna be having a lot of that. I mean, it's probably from the fans or from your teammates. You need to just suck it up or just move on, because you're supposed to be the captain of that ship. You're supposed to be helping people, helping your team going through touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. The only thing I'm looking at is, do we have anybody to help out in the backfield? Derek, you just need to just move on. You either just need to, the old saying, straighten up, fly right. You got to do that, because that's where if you don't do that, you're gonna wind up getting kicked out of the team, get kicked off the team. So, and April's draft, back in the draft, I know the Raiders and John Gruden picked some good players. The only problem is who you have as backup. We don't know. We don't even know. We have if I'm gonna call him Sin City now. We don't even know if who's all gonna be available as quarterback if Derek Carr gets injured. But he just pretty much need to just do what Coach Gruden says. Let the coaching staff get the coaching staff together, see what they're gonna do, or if Gruden wants to let him go, so be it.
Okay. Well, we will get you all squared away on the roster. I mean, we got you in the right colors. We're going to get you in the right regalia, the outfit. And again, I think what we had discussed offline, that I like your choice there. And so I know you're going to look magnificent as always. So again, when you're ready to premiere that, you make sure that you push that as well. Hopefully, if I get a chance to do this, I might do with some StreamYard. We'll probably do some StreamYard with my second big announcement tonight. I know that I will have to use StreamYard for additional interview processes, but I'm not sure if I can use StreamYard at the same time of the. We'll work through it. But Sheila, again, I thank you for being here, honey. It's been a pleasure. And the fact we get a chance to see you on this and handling all of that,
yes, sir,
was fantastic. So that's the important thing. I'm glad about that.
I think somebody just gave me one. They want to do one request for me to do.
Okay.
That will be. Let's see, who was it that said it? I'm trying to think. I'm scrolling down. Well, scrolling up, actually. Somebody... Oh, Miss Anna told me, well then, we must hear you. All right, ready? Okay. Let's go ahead. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do it. 1, 2, 3. Raiders!
Not bad for a first time out. There you go. I like that. I know who gave that request. That's probably Angela and Anna Pacheco, because when they do their conversations, they always end with a Raiders. So yeah, that's loud and proud, honey. We're definitely enjoying that with you as well.
Thank you, Cap. Give me about a few months, because I gotta redecorate I pretty much had to redecorate my house, because I have a lot of Texan stuff that I need to pretty much get rid of. But
well, you can yard sale it. I mean, this way you'll get some more money. Money.
I wish, honey, I wish. Not in my apartment complex.
Well, then give it to Goodwill. Take a tax write-off, and then go from there.
Right. Jay, I'm gonna say this again. thank you so much for letting me do this. And I am going to be representing the 817, which is basically Dallas Fort Worth. I actually live in Cleveland, so about just like 45 minutes to an hour southeast of Fort Worth. I am ready for the season, but the only thing I'm worried about is a lot of the Raider players going to either get opt out or they're going to possibly get sick. Max Crosby, I'm not going to tell him this. Get well soon. Let's have a good season. I know we're going to be probably having some parties since none of us Raider fans can go to Allegiant Stadium. Unfortunately, I won't be able to go anyway because we work, and I'm going to be watching the Cowboy game with my great-grandfather, the one that actually I was planning on taking him, but with COVID-19 and him being in his 90s, it's not going to be it's not on the cards.
Well, like I said, honey, we will definitely take care of you that way. And actually, what was it? The one gal, who was it? Was it Becky? Yeah, sell on Facebook Marketplace in your area. I'm sure you'll have some people snap up the text and stuff, and you'll make some money, and you can put that money towards stuff that you're going to need to for your new accoutrement.
All right, thank you. But I'm already getting ready to. I've got a lot of Raider stuff. Let me see if I can find. I just put it into.
Well, we know she's already got a Raider shirt, so she's good to go there.
Yeah, well.
There you go. Throw rug. Okay.
Yeah, I got throw rug. I got throw rug for Dakota. If you may notice, Dakota's over here looking at me like, what the hell, Mom? Yeah, if you may notice, Dakota's over here looking at me.
That's her wonderful dog. That great, not a guide dog, an assist dog. Service dog. Okay.
And I have, well, you can barely see it, and I just bought it today.
Okay, we see Raiders. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I did a little shopping since I have all this hair.
Oh, and I know where that's going. That would go where your other band would go before.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now, only thing I'm going to be looking, I'm asking one of my Raider sisters to hook me up with a couple of masks. I just ordered a couple of masks from her, so they should be here soon.
Well, if you don't get them, I will also actually. There's a young lady that makes some really nice masks that are COVID of the large variety. Probably it's the ones I use every day. Now I have had a couple that were given to me. Actually, Vicky Ginn has given me some, and actually also Alzo Grande, who he gave me my first Raider mask for the COVID. So
right.
So he has them out there, but again, we'll make sure we got some masks for you, because again, only wear your Raider mask. Got a mask up out there as well.
Right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We always mask up. For some of y'all may notice, I do have the reason why I have Dakota with me, because I do have post-traumatic stress from what happened to me back 9 years ago, and because my ex-husband pretty much almost put me to the ground. I was in the hospital for about 2 weeks. So besides me being a great Raider fan, I decided to get, you could probably barely see it.
I see a Survivor.
Yeah, I decided to get that on Friday, thanks to a wonderful friend of ours. He's a family friend of ours who is a great tattoo artist. If you ever heard of can I talk today? If you ever heard of Randy Adams, if you see him, if you see this guy on Ink Master or anything, his shop is right up in Fort Worth. So Raider Nation, if you guys are ever in the Dallas Fort Worth area and you need to get your tattoo done, Randy Adams and my tattoo artist, who, like I said, who's a family friend of ours, Andy Martinez, they are great tattoo artists. So, like I said, if you're here for the Cowboy game or what have, go see these guys. These guys are awesome.
All right. Well, Sheila, we're gonna open it up for everybody else and whatnot, but lots of love to you, and thank you for being an opener tonight. And again, we are very, very happy, tickled pink, tickled pink, silver, and black, obviously,
Right.
that you are coming over to be a part of our family, and nothing but love your way. You take care of yourself, and best to everybody in your family, and may everybody just be healthy out there.
Yeah. Let me do this one more time. Raiders!
There you go. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right, honey. Let me get my rest. I got to figure out where my. Okay, there it is. Okay, I got to go to the next as I do the transition here. Okay, transition up over there. Okay, folks. As I reposition my camera, and sweetheart, you're still in, but I have to reposition the camera. So we'll see how that is. I think up a little bit over here. That don't look too bad. Okay, so we got that reposition here. Are you still on? Are we still?
I am, yes, sir.
Okay, well, I just wanted to make sure again. Thank you for coming in, honey, and we will see you for further shows. And remember, if you're subscribed, you're eligible for that Raider prize pack. So we'll get that to you if you're one of our winners, and I certainly hope you are.
Well, I appreciate that, Jack. Thank you so much, honey.
All right, you take care, honey. Be well.
All right, I will.
All right, bye, hon.
Bye.
All right, hopefully. There we go. That was Sheila Howes Jones. Again, a new persona. Like I said, the Texas Glamazon is going to continue to be the Texas Glamazon, but she will obviously be changing her accent. So, again, she called in early, and again, it was nice to see her on camera. Unfortunately, the OBS, I was trying to get where it would have the feed show up, but other than just showing her on camera, I couldn't do it any other way. So apologies for the, what was the name of that movie where people were like moving and shaking the camera a lot? That whatever that was. Anyway, that's the way that is. Now, if you are watching on Facebook, that was your preview. I'm going to make this. Have everybody please go over to YouTube. Please go over to YouTube. Ron McClendon, I see, is over there on Facebook. A little bit of an echo. Matt Bouchane was on Facebook. Ed Winchell and Asylum. I think Asylum's already over here. So again, if you're on Facebook, please head over to YouTube. We are going to a private show as of right now. So thank you for being here. Okay, well, that was our opener, and thank you again. Again, if you want to know, it's Sheila, Sheila, Howze, HOWZE /Jones. That is her name on Facebook. Go give Sheila some love, and great to hear from her as well. Now, let me turning to YouTube. Celia, great to see you here, honey. It's always good to have Celia in the house. And thank you for those positives. I have to go back to the top. Quite a lot of comments. So let me see everybody that's here. Yep, Sheila is here. Homer. Angela, Raider Squid, Jason Dean Hunter. Jason Dean, the Phillies won. So that's a split. That's a split. I see this, so I want to hear about Mad Max and COVID. I want to see what that is. The first time hearing about it is right now. Homer, Jason Dean, again, Celia, thank you for coming over, honey. Omar's in the house as well. Thank you for being here. Vicky Orr, as stated, Mike Sarah. I thought I saw Raider Squid in here. I hope I didn't go by him already. But so I'm going to count him. Raider Squid. Ed Winchell, there you go. He's here over here on YouTube. Going through the list. And and Sheila, The Homer's in Austin, and he has a black hole chapter over in Austin. So you can actually be a member of the black hole. I have my black hole here as well, but Homer's is in Austin. That's so you have a big area over there. Oh, is that what the brothel conversation was about? Oh God, boy, I'm missing it. Yeah, there it is. Raider Squid is here. Yada 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 yada. I'm trying not to miss anybody. Omar, I owe some drinks. That I owe. I know I've sworn at least 3 times. And Vega's in the house. Thank you there, Vega. And thank you for that, Sally. She says I sound great. That's very nice. Who else? Asylum. Frankie Rizzo is in the house. So I think I've said. Of course, Becky. Scream. Louis Gaudreau is here. G Mike is here. Thank you, darling. I see that other comment. And Kelly Farley, thank you for being here, Kelly. Good to see you as well, sweetheart. Let's see. Boy, we got a lot of folks in here tonight. At least making comments. I couldn't see all the comments. So I apologize for not seeing all the comments because I couldn't type. I had to keep the camera as steady as possible as well. So... Frankie was talking about, Anna Diaz, thank you for being in here as well. I want to make sure I don't, and Hot Neil is here. Okay. I think I went through the list. I'm happy about that. It's great that I have a chance to announce that, we have another super fan in the house, and, Sheila is a great lady. What? Who the hell is calling? All right. Well, we got a call already. Houston Steve, how you doing, brother? I wasn't supposed to take calls already, but I haven't even done the opening yet. But because it's you,
Okay.
because it's you, we'll go ahead and do you. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. Just running some errands for a good friend of mine, Leota, and everything. She's kind of a shut-in, but I was going to let you know, hey, how are you doing? That's the most important thing we all want to know, Captain. You doing all right?
Yeah.
Sorry about the jumping the gun.
No. Well, because we had Sheila Howes Jones came on with a major announcement that she is now representing Raider Nation. She was a former Texans super fan, and now she is going to be repping the Raiders. She will remain the Texas Glamazon, but she will be changing her colors. So, hey, Jason Dean, 2-2. I got that. Houston Steve here, and Matt Marinovich. Thank you.
We love to have her in the Space City Raider Nation with open arms and everything. We're still doing stuff on the east side of Houston with backpacks and everything here in a couple weeks and everything. They're taking donations as far as I know, and Iz's group and of course Mr. Jesse Hernandez and all the other great Aiden and all the other great Space City people, and also Oscar's group. You know, Oscar has a Houston group, but hey, I was going to ask you, what do you think about JT being on the radio, JT the Brick? It's good to actually have a Raiders radio station, and of course in Vegas, but like JT said, they never had one in Los Angeles, and of course they were the second bananas, they used to say, over in the Bay Area. But just I'm so glad to hear he interviewed Violator and Keith, and of course Bolitnikoff. I know you've been hearing a lot of stuff about that, but it's good to hear somebody in Vegas and everything on the ground, and boots on the ground with JT. What say you, Captain?
Yeah, I mean, to be very honest, I know that they announced the flagship. I think it's 920, isn't it?
That's correct.
Okay, yeah, I heard the announcement of 920 being the flagship. I know that JT has an afternoon show. To be honest, I haven't heard anything as of yet. I know that JT is on with Fox with his regular Fox show, so he'll be double dipping with that.
Right.
But you know that's great. You know, JT being the stalwart fan that he is, it's great to have him there. I know that I will try to listen in as I can, but sometimes, you know, whenever his time slot is, which I believe it's around noon, isn't it?
Right, 12 to 2. I just pick it up on the podcast after the fact and everything myself.
Okay. Well, I'll try to listen in more often, but it just depends on what I'm doing in the afternoon. So we'll see that. But yeah, it's great. It's great. It's great to have him there, and I mean, it's always good. I mean, you never have enough Raider fans that are even in the press. I mean, obviously, unless they are actually working for the Raiders or they're an acknowledged, like JT obviously is because he's on the flagship for the radio. I mean, the guy that does the for BSPN, the Hispanic gentleman, I can't remember his name right now, but obviously they're Gutierrez. There you go. Obviously, they have to have a Raider slant to them, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're fans. So, I mean, for years and years and years, you had that guy out in the Bay who I despised. Tim Kawakami is another one. Tim Kawakami hated the Raiders and he hated Al Davis, and he's a Bay Area writer. And then you had the other that fat fuck, I can't remember his name.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. The one with the mustache.
Yeah, and he was an anti-Raider person. So it's good to actually have some people that are very pro-Raider. I mean, obviously Howie is that, JT is that. So we need more of that, and hopefully we'll get more of that as we continue to get better, as we continue to strive forward.
I know, our roots are always going to be in Oakland because that's where the conception was, if you want to call it that. But I was thinking about this today. I thought, you know what? I bet Mark and his mom, Carol, they're thinking, Al would be so happy that they've got such a great facility. It's the best stadium and everything. And to see them go from the dump, and we used to call it the penitentiary, to where they're at right now, she's got to be happy. And this is something that Al, he always loved Las Vegas. And I know you've heard the stories. He always wanted, but you can't say. Or maybe they'll be letting the cat out of the bag. So I'll just
actually, no. It's not whoever that you're saying. It's not that person.
Not Sid Gilman.
No. But I enough of that. One quick one there, Steve, because I got to let you go because you've had your 5 and I got to go do my opening. I haven't done my opening yet.
I'm so sorry, Captain.
No problem. Yeah, you got it.
Good health and be safe. And I always enjoy Homer's broadcast and, of course, the For Life group and all that. And it's just a great being a Raider fan. And good luck to your Flyers and good luck to the Phillies. And let's see what happens. I don't think the Spurs are going to make it this year. They're outmatched and they're going with youth, and it's just not their year. But they had 22 years, the longest run in professional sports for going to the playoffs. And you got to tip your hat to Coach Pop and say, job well done, Captain. And thank you for your time and your friendship. And God bless.
God bless you as well, Steve. Always good hearing from you, brother.
You too, brother. Take care. Have a wonderful night, everybody.
You too. Be well, brother.
All right. Thank you.
All right. That was Steve. Always good for hearing from Steve. Let me do this quickly because I am way, way behind. Way, way behind. And that's fine. But I have to do at least through the news and views, okay? News and views are brought to you by Captain Jack. So let's go into... no, Steve, he called back. Don't call in, folks. Please. My phone died. Okay. And, thanks for, of course he's going to give you a shout out. Okay, that's why, because I have to do that. There we go. And I got a couple other things which I have to get rid of. Apologies there. Get rid of that. Yeah, nope. Got rid of that. And all right. Faded out. These are the news and views, obviously, Captain Jack. As alluded to earlier, Steve mentioned it, the Flyers are flying high. Philly flying high in the NHL round robin. Not going to be no lower than second in the East. So maybe it might come down to the Flyers and the Lightning in the East. Out West, it looks like Vegas is going to be the top team out there, but that's the way it is. In answering your question there, Vicky, no mail. No mail as of yet. No mail as of yet. In basketball, the Bucks and Giannis clinched the number 1 seed. Now, I haven't seen anything, but I was under the impression that the Lakers have clinched number one, I believe. And I think that it's the Clips number two. I think so. But you guys can call in and let me know on that, or at least in the comments. As we were alluding to earlier, this was the final day to opt out. It was 4 o'clock Eastern time. And as of that time, 66 NFL players opted out. Now, what I wanted to know is, can you opt in? And I maybe you guys can let me know about that. I know in baseball you can opt out and opt in. Is it official for the year for NFL? I think it is, but I don't know for a fact. But again, if you didn't opt out by 4 o'clock today, you're playing, at least as of right now. And then Joey Logano's on the pole for the NASCAR event in Michigan International this weekend. Joey Logano takes the pole. Page 2. In the PGA Championship, Jason Day was the leader in the clubhouse the last time I checked. Remember, I have to do graphics early with a -5. There were about 4 people that were -4, so 1 shot ahead of them. The Phillies and Marlins are finally going to get that makeup series that they should have had a long time ago for the games that they missed, so that's been announced. And there is a certain Tampa Bay quarterback who calls his playbook a challenge. Welcome to the real world. Welcome to the real world, you narcissistic butt plug. And finally, as far as a great fan base, up in Green Bay, in the tundra, no fans in the stands for at least their first 2 home games, which will make things rather unique, for sure. Rather unique. Let's get to the next portion. Fading out to the Raider Nation events. Hopefully we'll have that come on with the... now, granted, I have to start from the beginning, and unfortunately, it's like right in the middle of the slideshow, so I apologize here. I might just pick it right up, and we'll go with it as we see. Let me get a good starting spot here. Okay, this is new, so you should see this. This is definitely a brand new event which was added. It's next weekend on the 15th. There's a lot of events on the 15th. This one is going out. The Black Hole Blackout event with 3 clubs from the Pacific Northwest are having the Black Hole Blackout event. I picked it up in the wrong spot. And obviously, if Atlanta has its events, trust me, there will be some times. Check with the Atlanta Raider Booster Club for that. They will tell you what's going on, and hopefully it will continue. As stated, the brand new event for this upcoming slideshow, it's the Black Hole for, let's see here. See if I can get my eye patch up. It looks like Portland, Seattle, and Spokane. Over there at North Rosa Parks Highway, it's in Seattle, or is it in Spokane? Just check out the event. Make sure that you know that. And as you heard from Jason Goff, who called in the other night, the New England Boosters, they're going to have their events as they are able. Just check it out. Make sure that for week 3, if you're heading up to New England, check with Jason. Homer, since he's here, let me know if you're still having your event. It was supposed to be next weekend at the South Austin Beer Garden. That, as far as I know, it's still taking place. Make sure you get with Raider Homer. Deadpool Raider's going to be there, as well as Black Widow. And here it is again. If you'd like to get some place to stay, the Holiday Inn Express and Suites are offering some discounted package. That's in Buda, Texas. There's the phone number there. Or get with Raider Homer. He can get you that information. King or 2 queens for $89 a night, or a suites for $99. The Kansas City Raider Nation, the picnic is also on the 15th. Get with Dolores Chapa for that, I'm sure. I think also, I believe that Asylum will probably have some information on that. So get with him. Again, Kansas Raider Nation on the 15th at Longview Lake. And I checked with Polo, who's just been literally going from fire to fire. As of right now, the Santa Maria event is a go. That's Saturday, September 26th, starting, I think it was like around 8. But get with Polo. Again, Tom Flores is scheduled to be there as well as Bob Grant. Again, the latest event is the Pacific Northwest Blackout next weekend. So go see them. Go see everybody. If I showed you the events, go see them. Definitely go see them. And of course, as we all know, if you wanna help out some great people, well, of course, Homer, I'm going to share that. Virtual with Deadpool and Black Widow. Okay. So they'll be there. And Raider Squid says it's in Portland. Okay, I apologize, but go. Hey, if you're in Portland, if you're in the Pacific Northwest, go to Portland. It's going to be a great time. Raider Squid guarantees it. I guarantee it. And Homer is going to, like I said, Deadpool and Black Widow are going to be there virtually, but and the after party is at the Yellow Rose. Is that what the brothel was being called? You know, because I was seeing something about a brothel. Not that I've ever been to one. But again, Retired Players Congress, go support the older players. They definitely are deserving. They are definitely deserving. Go to playerscongress.com. Get yourself a T-shirt. I think you'll feel really good about it because these folks really need the support. And then, of course, my favorite, Shoes for Kids, shoesforkids.com. Send them some money or package up some lightly used shoes. Lightly used shoes. I see Thor's in the house. So good to see him as well. Glad that everybody is here. And let's go back to basic. And again, let's hear from the viewers out there. So let's get the numbers up here. Obviously, if you want to call in, the number is 813-699-0834. 813-699-0834. You know that Skype works because we were talking with Sheila on Skype. So that works. So again, numbers are up. Oh, I gotta get rid of that top one. Why is that there? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, pardon me. Facebook Messenger, Captain Jack Rackham. Facebook is up. Skype, call Captain_Jack_Rackham. And of course, our phone number, 813-699-0834. We know the phone line works because Steve called in. We know Skype works. And we also know that we're going to hear from Miss Angela Pacheco.
Hola, what's up, Captain Jack?
Hey, let's hear it from Miss Angela Pacheco. Good to hear from you, honey. What's going on with you?
I want to talk. I want to talk DC.
Yeah, and I know you wanted to talk Derek Carr, so we got that going on. Let me straighten out my camera here because I had it up for the interview, and there you go. I was a little out of sync. How are you doing tonight? And let's talk Derek Carr.
Let's talk Derek Carr. Tell me in the comments, how many of you watched the Derek Carr interview? I watched it in its entirety. And first of all, I would like to say he looked agitated. He looked frustrated. He looked annoyed. I thought his body, his mannerisms, and you know what? Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe he should be. Because that's how we feel a lot of the times, right?
Right. And by the way, I took 5 big sips, folks, so I got at least 5 big sips out of the way.
Perfect.
Okay.
And I just want to say I've always had a gripe about this, and I might be the only one that feels this way, but I think it was the 20, maybe 17 year, he was saying every press conference, it's just a game. and that pissed me off.
Yeah.
It's not just a game. It's just a game to me because I'm a fan. It's just a game to some of us. But you know what? It's not just a game to him. It's his livelihood.
Mm-hmm.
He needs his job to support his family. Okay? So it's not just a game. Can you imagine if I went to my job or you went to your job and whatever it is we do, we're like, it's just whatever we do.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. No, it matters. Your job matters. And I don't want to hear anybody, let's say I had an employee come in and go, it's just your business.
Yeah, it's just
no. That doesn't, I don't like it. I don't want to hear that kind of talk. So with him saying, like a couple days ago, I'm tired of being disrespected. I see a little bit of an attitude change, and I'm liking that. But maybe he deserved a little bit of disrespect. Maybe he deserved a little tough love, and maybe he gives a shit a little bit more now. Not only because of that, but because he's got Marcus Mariota coming in.
He's got somebody behind him.
Job.
Yep.
Got somebody behind him.
Yep.
You know, and Marcus Mariota, he's young, he's good, and he could take his place very easily, I think.
Well, technically, honey,
I like the fire.
I would say technically Marcus Mariota is at most a year younger. And to be honest, that doesn't mean that he might still be the same age as Derek, because maybe he was older for that year. He was gotten in the draft right behind Derek Carr. Okay, it was the very next year. So at most, he's a year, maybe year and a half younger than Derek Carr. So when you say he's younger, not really. And if he's actually an older player, they might even be the same age. I don't know exactly what age he is. So you're talking about a player
fine. They're the same age.
They're the same age.
Yeah, sure. But still, you have somebody who's your same age, we'll say, but you have someone your same age who's coming in. Maybe that will fire you up a little bit too. He needed something to fire him up because in my opinion, after the injury, he started playing scared,
right?
And then the whole thing kind of fell apart. And then it was the same. I think it was the same year where, like I said, Derek Carr was saying, "Oh, it's just a game." Was the same year that Del Rio was coming with the answer of, "What's going on with the Raiders? Why can't you get it together?" And his answer was, "Mojo. I lost my mojo." Like, that's not an answer. Like, what is that?
Well, if you saw the movie with Austin Powers, if you lost his mojo, it's in a little squeeze bottle, and I won't bite you hard. But anyway.
Okay, I appreciate that, and that's a funny movie, but I don't appreciate. So which one is Derek Carr? Which one was Del Rio? Who was Mini-Me and who was?
That's a good question. And that analogy, who is who? I know I'm Big Fat Bastard. That's all I know, is I'm Big Fat Bastard. If I'm going to be doing all of these things. But okay, Thor says Derek Carr is 29. Okay.
Somebody 26.
Okay. Well, you know what? Mariota, maybe he was younger when he was because remember, he went from Hawaii to where he played quarterback to Oregon. So
due to the time change, he was older there and younger.
Oh, you're sharp as a tack as always, Sir Angela. I don't know. Oh, and I'm not fat. I'm fluffy. Thank you, Jason Dean. I'll take that. I'm not a fat bastard. I'm a fluffy bastard. So big, fluffy bastard. And
I actually like the combination of a potential like Derek Carr as throwing quarterback, and then maybe Mariota in the red zone. We'll see what happens. I just wanted to touch on that interview.
Well, that's if Gruden uses it. Now, I'm gonna bring up a sticky subject with you, Anna, or Angela. Sorry, here I'm smacking my hand for saying that. Anna's mama.
No worries.
Okay. No worries. This offense can be fantastic if the offensive coordinator, some guy by the name of Gruden, opens it the fuck up. Okay.
Drink.
Okay. If he doesn't open it up, it's still going to be a an offense that can be good. But it wasn't until Callahan and Trestman opened up the offense the first time that we had players that made Rich Gannon an MVP for offensive MVP of the league because he had the weapons. If Gruden does not open up this offense, it's going to be a good offense, but it's not going to be a great offense. So it's not just having the players on the field. It's having the plays run that will make things, really combustible in a good way.
Yeah, we're going to see. I mean, he obviously Gruden likes to call the running game, but they drafted a bunch of wide receivers, so I think that's indication that he's planning on opening it up. But we'll have to wait and see, right?
Hopefully so. Hopefully so.
And then one last thing I'd like to say, I love me some Kobe. So I appreciated that Carr touched on that and that he's going to honor Kobe this year.
What exactly was his words on that?
So he basically just said, I admired him growing up, and I've got the Mamba mentality inside of me because, I learned that from him, and that, he was like stoked when Kobe followed him on Twitter, and he's going to wear the armband that Kobe typically wore during a game in honor of him.
Well, the sleeve, the arm sleeve?
The sleeve.
Okay, yeah. Cool. All right.
So it's a subtle thing, but, I can appreciate it.
Now, is it going to be now Kobe wore a white sleeve, correct?
Carr didn't really mention like if it was going to have his number on it or the color or a tribute or anything. I think he kind of left it vague, and I wasn't sure if he was just going to wear a sleeve and it was going to be subtle and no one would know what it meant unless they knew.
Right.
Or if he's like keeping that for himself. And
right.
Kobe wore different colors, and he didn't always wear a sleeve. He sometimes just wore like the very high armband or wristband, I guess they're called, near his elbow.
Right.
So there's variations of it.
Okay. Well, the fact that he's even doing anything as an homage to Kobe is pretty cool. Is pretty 100%. Cool.
100%. I agree.
Is pretty cool. Now, I believe you and I have an announcement as well.
This is true.
Okay, I'm gonna let you start it off, and then I'm going to do what we agreed upon.
Okay.
But go ahead, because it always sounds better from a lady than it does from some fluffy dude.
Well, everyone gets super excited because Rackham Captain Jack and I are doing a podcast together. It's going to start the week after next. I believe our first show is going to be the Tuesday or Wednesday of the following week, so make sure to tune into that. We're planning on going weekly on Tuesday and then following up on Wednesday, and it's going to be an hour show. And I'll let my sexy co-host announce the title of the show.
All right. Well, it's sexy. Well, love you, honey, but you definitely need to get your eyes checked on that. The name of the show is What the Fuck Are We Talking About? There you go.
With who, Captain Jack? With who?
With Sexy, Sultry, Santangela. I believe it's Sexy, Sultry. I know it's sexy. I know
something like that.
It's Sexy, Sultry, Santangela, and Captain Jack. So it's definitely sexy.
There you have it.
So, what the fuck are we talking about? Yeah. So, make sure you know. And and Asylum wants to be the first guest. This is a podcast. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Angela and I are going to be talking.
It's a webcast. You'll see us.
It is a webcast. We're going to talk sports. Okay. We're going to talk, and then we will open it up. So it'll be more of the sexy, sultry Santangela and I talking back and forth, and we're gonna use StreamYard, so it'll be you can see both of us on screen at the same time. I'm gonna have to figure that one out, but yeah, it'll be with StreamYard because OBS I can't figure it out to have it with two. As you saw today, when I had to have two people and holding a camera up to the screen, it's not the cleanest way to do it. So if we'll do it via StreamYard, so we have our OBS broadcasts, which is the one you see here. Hopefully, I'll get a chance.
There might be a little inappropriate tongue-in-cheek humor, so it might not be for the easily offended.
Ooh, okay. So if you can't stand swearing or double entendre, get the fuck out of here, because what the fuck are we talking about? There you go. Okay, and I have to drink up because I've said fuck quite a bit. Okay. So anyway, thank you, honey. I'm glad you had a chance to say that with us. We're looking forward to doing it. So I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna be busy. So I definitely enjoy this. I know that when I was in Cuba and I did the show with Tommy, you know who Tommy is, Angela. We missed you today, by the way. PB Eater, yeah. Yeah. There we go. My week in Cuba was very, distraught. I hated it. The only thing that got me through was doing the sports shows. And I kind of see that here as well. Getting through the week, is coming on Sunday night, and then of course here on Thursday, and doing it with Coach Muddle Monday through Thursday, and doing a show with you on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Now, occasionally we'll have to preempt if I have an interview like I have next Tuesday with Jared Bunch. We might have to preempt it, but again, you're going to find this show both on Angela's YouTube, which is the For Life YouTube channel, as well as my YouTube. We're going to alternate weeks. So you'll be seeing, go to our shows, go to our channels, and that's when you'll see the shows. That's good.
There you have it. So yeah, well, thank you everyone for your support, and we'll see you for our first live webcast next Wednesday, the 12th, and we hope you enjoy it and participate and drink.
And drink, yeah. Drink, motherfucker, drink, motherfucker, drink, motherfucker, drink.
I think this is going to get out of control quickly, but it's going to be good.
Yeah, we'll have some good sports talk on as well. And again, Angela, thanks for calling in, hon.
Of course, Captain Jack. You know I got to leave like this.
See it, and I said it without, you couldn't even see my voice, and my lips moved the way it should. There it is.
It's going to be good. All right. Good night, my friend.
All right. Take care, honey. All right. That was Angela, otherwise known as Sexy Sultry Santangela. I know there's sexy in there. It's Sexy Sultry Santangela. Okay. All should be on 11. God, man. And see, the thing is, I can't drink as much as I swear. Cannot do it. So when I bow out after a while, because I can't do it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, thanks, Thor. But see, here's the thing. I'm going to be leaving shots on the table. I'm telling you this. I'm leaving shots on the table. I can't drink as much as I swear. I think that we'll probably have to go for a like a 3-to-1 margin. Like for every 3 swears, I do 1 drink. Oh, and Kelly, I'm glad you're feeling better. Glad you're feeling better. And hey, Phillies and A's talk. We'll talk sports. Like I said, we're going to talk sports. Now, obviously, when it's more inclined towards football, it's basically, in my estimation, it's going to be wall-to-wall football. But we'll talk it all. Because again, and Angela, as you know, great lady. Can't wait to do a show with her. and we're talking. And I mean, got lots to talk about. So who we got here? Oh yeah. Oh, I like this. I like this person. Get ready, folks. All right, let's hear it from Raider G.
Whack 'em, sack 'em, crack 'em. He has the #1 podcast, Raiders podcast, in all of YouTube. He is the man, Captain Jack Rackham.
Rackham, baby. Arr!
How you doing, man?
I'm good, and I'm glad you had a chance to call in.
Yeah.
I apologize. I have to work on the headdress. I think I got it inside out, but it looks good though. It's one of the new ones that I had, and so there you go. How you doing tonight, G?
I've been doing pretty good. I've been listening to the show. I just want to commend you on the of actually doing the first baptism in podcast history, because what you did tonight, Captain J, was a baptism. And what I mean is that when you opened up with Texas Glamazon,
oh yeah,
what you did, she came in as a Texans fan.
Uh-huh.
You baptized her. She came out of the water as a Raiders fan.
There you go.
You did that on your show. So you're the man. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You are. So that was but shortly after that, I had to tune out for the show for a few minutes or whatever. And then when I got back on, I think I caught the tail end of Angie's comments. So what I'm about to say, she probably has already covered. But I just wanted to talk about Derek Carr's comments.
Okay.
Now, I've been a critic of Derek Carr. But the thing is that I actually looked at that interview the other day, and everything that he was saying, I'm like, you know what? Okay, my criticism, I'm setting it aside. The season is about to start. Our first game is in another month. So, give me some juice. So he was saying all the good things. He was talking about what the protocols that the team was doing to combat, this COVID-19. He was saying that he couldn't wait to unleash some of the weapons that he had and everything. And then when the person from the media had asked him about, did he consider opting out, or was that an option? That's when he made the comment, I have something to prove to myself, to my teammates, the organization, and to be honest with you, I'm tired of being disrespected. That's when he let the air out of the balloon. And you know what, Captain J, to me, and we're all Raider fans, so of course we have varying opinions. But my thing is, Captain J, he is real sensitive to criticism. Mm-hmm. He really is.
He is.
And I'm just going to be honest with you. That bothers me more so than his quarterback play. I really don't have a lot of issues with his quarterback play, other than the fact that this is year 7 and he just doesn't win enough. But the thing is, when you're a quarterback in the NFL, I think he is the only starting quarterback in the NFL that actually barks back at his critics. If his critics were attacking him as a man, if they were attacking his faith, if they were attacking his family, then by all means, yes, you go ham on everybody. You go in on everybody because you're talking about something that has nothing to do with football. I think I had listened to an interview with Tom Brady a couple of years ago where he was doing an interview with some radio guy up in New England, and the guy was talking about his family, and Tom Brady just basically snapped. So in that regard, I totally get it. But the thing is that, it's almost like we're going into the 2020 season, and Derek Carr it seems like his whole mission is to prove to everybody that I am the man on this team. It's almost like you have to make a point to prove it to your critics, to prove it to your haters that you are good. The only thing that we want you to do, Derek Carr, is win games. Because truth be told, Captain J, any other team, we're talking about year 7 and you've only had one winning season. Any other NFL team, you would have been gone.
Yeah.
Regardless of your stats, you would have been gone. So that's my whole issue. And before a lot of Raider fans start criticizing other Raider fans for hating on Carr, I just want to say, look at the interview that was conducted the same day, right before Derek Carr's interview. It was Greg Olsen. Greg Olsen did an interview the same day, Captain Jay, and somebody in the media had asked him, well, and I'm paraphrasing the question.
Yeah.
They basically asked him, they were saying, you know what, this is year 3 for Derek Carr in John Gruden's system. Mm-hmm. And looking at the film last year, what is it that you see that Derek Carr can do better? And without hesitation, you know what Greg Olson said? He said extending plays. That's what we're trying to emphasize, that he, when plays break down, we're trying to get him to run the ball. Captain Jay, this is not fans saying this shit. Mm-hmm. This is the offensive coordinator giving you an insight of what him and John Gruden, what them as coaches, what they look at in the film room, something that our quarterback isn't doing. And it is a shame that, and what really stuck out to me in that statement was when he said, you know what, we have been trying to put an emphasis on it. I'm like, but our quarterback is in year 7, and you still have to have a coaching staff to try to convince him to run. So the point that I did hear what Angie made was that Derek Carr was afraid to run. And he is. He just hasn't been the same since the injury. And, I hope, because at the end of the day, I'm just a fan, Right. I just want to win. And hopefully, Derek Carr will be able to prove all of us wrong. I may be a critic of his, Captain Jay, but I don't hate on him because I want to win. And if John Gruden and Mike Mayock, if they saw fit that, you know what, this is our man going into the 2020 season, then you know what, he's my guy too. So just want your thoughts on that, brother. That's all.
No, I agree with you in the fact that, on any other team, I think that he would have been long gone, especially if he was a first-round pick. Now, you notice that we've gotten rid of some guys that have been high picks. We got rid of P.J. Hall, who was a second-round pick. Excuse me. And we're the people, we used to call them Al Davis scholarships, okay? People that were on Al Davis scholarships, like James Jett was on an Al Davis scholarship for years, okay, for years. And we're trying to get rid of the folks that are dead weight. And I think Derek Carr has finally figured out that it was supposed to be last year. That was his put up or shut up year. That was supposed to be last year. I think the reason why it wasn't was because of the turmoil we had with some fucktard by the name of AB. And I normally I don't even say his name, but I will at this point. So he didn't quite get a pass, but he got a reprieve, okay? This is Derek Carr's make or break year. Because after this year, his cap number is negligible, if not anything, okay? And he realizes that if he doesn't take control of this team, he's getting a quick hook. Now, the only reason why he wouldn't get a quick hook at the beginning of the year is because we have to see what Marcus Mariota knows. Carr has the responsibility that he's been in the Gruden offense for 3 years. There's no excuses. He has people around him to do the job. No excuses. So if he doesn't put up, providing that Mariota knows the playbook, and again, that's a big if and a big providing, but if Mariota knows the playbook, guess what, Derek Carr? There will be a seat for you on the bench if you don't put up. And if you don't get things done, you're going to be pulled. And that is a given.
That is a very, very valid point, Captain. And I don't know if you saw the interview with John Gruden, I guess when training camp opened up, and the media had asked him about Mariota and his progress, even though training camp had just opened up or whatever. Right. And John Gruden was saying how impressed he was to learn the playbook as fast as he did. Now, I know that learning the playbook and then applying it is two different things. Right. But still, just the fact that you actually come in and you know it, that is a good sign. And then too, also, and I think you and I had talked about this before, you look at the contract that Mariota has. It's a very, very incentive-laden contract. When we first signed Mariota, and I read that we signed him 1 year or 2 years, $17 million, I'm like, okay, typical backup money. But then once I looked at the incentives he could make up to 37 million. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
you can't make those incentives, Captain, if you're sitting on the bench. I'm thinking that and I'm not talking about him getting in the game when Derek Carr gets hurt. This is because for Derek Carr's whole career, those are the type of backups that he had. He's had those type of backups to relieve him in emergency type situations, like when he gets hurt. But this one is different. And all I'm saying is that, I know a lot of people want to beat Gunther up and down, saying our defense was terrible last year. And it was. I mean, we had a lot of injuries. But what I don't hear a lot of Raider fans talking about, Captain, is that we had 4 games last year where our offense did not score one single point second half. That is putting pressure on the defense. So the thing is, I don't know if that's Derek Carr. I don't know if it's John Gruden. All I know is that, and I think you were talking to Angie at the end of her conversation. You were saying that, you know what, Gruden has to open up the playbook. He has to do what what's his name has done when I forgot the coach that we had. You had mentioned when we had Jerry Rice and Tim Brown that year.
With Trestman. Trestman opened up
Trestman,
yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah,
Trestman. He opened up the offense. So the thing is, so my thing is the offense should be straight, because if you look, we're getting probably all of the starters back with the exception of Rudd. Everybody else is intact. But our defense, I think we're having like 6 or 7 new defensive players. And my thing is that as a Raider fan, we need to practice patience with the defense. And I say this because there's no OTA, there's no preseason. We have a middle linebacker that we got from Chicago who has to learn Gunther's system. And based off of what I heard, it's a complex system. It really is. So we're asking a guy who is just coming in from Chicago to be the quarterback of our defense to be able to call plays. And, he's going to have to do that against the Carolina Panthers. He's not going to have an OTAs. He's not going to have a preseason to do that. So I think coming out of the block, our defense, it's not going to be that great.
Yeah.
And because it's just so many new pieces to it. We have players that were hurt last year that are coming back. So, but our offense, there is no excuse for the offense. None. The offensive line is coming back intact. We have our receiving core, again, with the exception of Rudd. They're coming back. Our running backs are back. So, it should be an interesting year, man. It should be an interesting year.
I hope so. And like I said, the offense this year better fucking put up some points.
Yeah.
Better put up some points. There's no excuse for the offense. Now, and what you're saying is the fact that obviously Carr doesn't play defense. I get that. And that was one of the reasons why I actually gave him somewhat of an excuse last year, because obviously the defense lost games. But if you do look at it, like I said, if your offense doesn't score in the second half, then it's not just the defense screwing up. It's the offense screwing up as well. And
Captain Jack, right.
Yeah, and again, I'm going to say this about Kwiatkowski, is that there's always such a thing as we picked you up because, okay? We picked him up because we think enough of him that he has the mentality and the smarts to do the fucking job. Kwiatkowski and Littleton, we expect enough of them, or we wouldn't have signed them. Okay, it's not just what their physical capacities are, what we see of their makeup. They got to be able to be book smart. They got to be able to pick up a system. And remember, this defense is going to be in my estimation, and again, I could be talking out of hand here, but there you go, Silky Sexy Santangelo. I screwed it up. So it's okay, and I'll get it right. Silky Sexy, and she's definitely sultry as well. So there we go.
She is
but
a good-looking woman.
Oh yeah. But if they don't do it, if they don't do it, then, far be it from me, there's going to be a lot of friggin' people that are just going to be, it's going to look like, and again, I'm sorry for bringing up the analogy. It's going to be looking like a Donald Trump show. You're fired. You're fired.
Yeah,
You're fired.
Yeah. And you know what? And to your point, Captain J, I'm with you. I think, how you say his name? Kwiatkowski, the middle linebacker.
Kwiatkowski, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm no doubt. I think that they're going to have our defense on point. I'm just saying initially. I'm just saying the first several weeks of the season, I just think it's going to be a lot of sloppy play because, for one thing, we haven't played any games. And for another thing, the system is new. It's new to him. So he will get it. And I'm just saying before he actually masters it, he's going to need more. It's going to take a few weeks. And so, so I just hope that Raider Nation don't call for Gunther's head, in week 3 or week 4 when we have 6 or 7 new guys on the defense. And, and from what I read and from what I hear, Gunther's system is complex. The defense is real complex. So
it is.
We'll see what happens. And I hope that they prove me wrong. I hope week 1 they come out swinging. The defense comes out swinging, and they look like that they're mid-season form already. That's what I'm hoping.
Well, the one thing you got to remember though as well, G. And by the way, I love Raider G, but you can knock him the fuck out if you want to as well. I have that up there. Okay, he doesn't take offense to it. Okay.
No, I don't.
He don't. I just wanted to make sure you knew this, G. Because, people don't like to knock out callers, okay? But when they've been on long, and I love them to death too. And I'm gonna say this. And by the way, G, I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna let you go.
Okay.
It's the defense is a combination, in my estimation, of a Guntherelli. It's a Guntherelli defense. Paul Gunther is the defensive coordinator in name, but Marinelli is the spark. If these guys don't go, Gunther, even if he stays on the sideline, and that's a big if they don't put out, then you might see that even if Gunther stays there, that you see more Marinelli-esque issues going on there, which is why they brought him in. So the defensive coordinator is Guntherelli. Okay?
So it's sort of like a John Marshall, who was the other defensive coordinator that Norton Jr. Remember when we brought in John Marshall?
Yeah.
Not John Marshall from San Diego.
Right. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, the guy we had from San Diego, because Norton Jr. sucked. Norton Jr. is probably the worst defensive coordinator we've ever had. And yes,
you know what?
And I even know that we're going back to the guy that had the play cards, the blonde-haired guy whose name escapes me. I'll get his name in a minute. He was horrible too. Willie Shaw had a great defense when we went to all of those the playoffs and what built us into that Super Bowl champion. Although he wasn't defensive coordinator when we went to the Super Bowl, but Willie Shaw had a great defense. So hey,
he did under John Gruden. I'm being knocked out.
You're being knocked out. Man. Hey, thanks again, there, G. You take care.
Yes, sir. You too, buddy.
All right,
bye.
That was Raider G, and we get to talk to some guy by the name of Homer. How you doing, Homer? What's going on with you? Hello? Oh, somebody's here.
I'm so sick of hearing this bull. I'm so sick of it. Look, the guy had more his rushing yards last year than his third most out of his career last year.
Yeah.
Y'all don't remember him jumping over the goal line last year?
Yeah, at least five times. We had goal line plays in Green Bay that we couldn't get the ball across. In fact, he fumbled the ball for a touchback, and I was there for that. There was the goal line play, the two or three goal line plays in Denver, which we did score, but the NFL said that we didn't score. That's right.
So put it in. That's a real.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. All right. Look, stop, man, stop. Look, the guy has not had a fair chance If Gunther's been in, that dude just said that Carr, this is make or break or whatever. He's had so long to do it. Everybody's saying that. Right? Gunther's been in the league for a long time. He should be able to do it too.
Yeah.
But what are you going to say about Gunther? You're going to say, oh, well, he needs a team. Same thing with Carr. Look, Carr is not a top-tier quarterback, but he doesn't have to be. Remember this. Was Brad Johnson an elite quarterback?
No.
Was
but,
Trent Dilfer an
whoa,
elite quarterback?
okay, wait a second.
Was Eli Manning an elite quarterback?
Wait a second. Now, wait a fucking second. If you're going to throw out
an elite quarterback to win a Super Bowl,
but you better have a number. But if you're going to use those examples, this is where I'm getting on you, Homer. If you're going to throw out those examples of Brad Johnson, Trent Dilfer, you better have the number one fucking defense in the NFL.
Exactly. We got to build a defense, especially if we're playing people like the fucking Chiefs, right? Come on now. You got to have a defense if you're going to win this division. All right? And if you don't win the division, then you get in the wild card if you even make it. All right?
Okay.
You got to have a defense. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
And all you need Carr to do is to not make mistakes, to manage the game, and hand the fucking ball off. All right? You know, Gruden has a West Coast offense. Carr is a perfect fit for that offense. That's why he's thrown 4,000 yards 2 years in a row. And he never throws more interceptions than touchdowns. He just always seems to throw interceptions at the most inopportune times. You don't need Carr to run. You need to hand the fucking ball to a running back that can run.
And he fumbles the ball at inopportune times as well. You got to say that as well.
But it's catch-22, right? Because like I said, in New Orleans, he dumped over the guy for the first down. Everybody was like, don't do that. And then so he reaches for the goal line and he fumbles and everybody gets pissed off. That's because Derek Carr is trying to win that game. He's trying to get that touchdown. Because why? We couldn't get in the fucking end zone from the 1 yard line. So Derek Carr's trying to reach out and get in that end zone.
Okay, that was in Philly. In Philadelphia, he did it. In Philadelphia, he lost the game. Because it was either the Cowboys game. The Cowboys game, he lost the game because he reached out and it was a touchback. In Green Bay last year, he reached out, it was a touchback. I get it, but if you've done it once or twice, actually he's done it at least twice prior to Green Bay, at least 2 times. What's the old?
Fumbled the ball at the 1 yard line twice.
But okay, and then in Green Bay for the 3rd time in his career, he does it again. And what happened, Homer? It was a fucking 14-point swing.
So okay, but let me ask you something. If he just runs out of bounds right there, what are you gonna say? Are you gonna be like, oh, good play, or are you gonna be like, man, he needs to go for the end zone, man?
Why can't you? Why can't you?
What are you supposed to do?
You shield with your body. You put so that nobody can get to it, and you go out at the half yard line. It wasn't third. It wasn't third down, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, even when he did it in the Cowboy game, I believe it was 2nd down. I might be mistaken, but somebody can look that up. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, it was 2nd down in the Cowboy game. And if I'm not mistaken, it was 2nd down in the Green Bay game. Look it up because you can go through the plays. If it's 2nd down, you put the ball away.
In my mind, he should have just went out of bounds. But do you have the running back that can get it in the end zone at that point?
We had Jacobs last year. That was the game he got hurt. And okay, I don't know at that time. Okay, to throw another wrench at you, I don't remember if Jacobs was out at that point because that was the game that he broke his shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it. That really changed the whole fucking game. But Aaron Rodgers tore up that defense.
Oh, he did.
All right.
He did.
Gruden doesn't. But everybody that watched Gruden back in the 90s know that Gruden ball is run the ball, control the clock, and play smart. Play tough defense, and not just that's it. Because he knows that you help the defense by running the clock down. That's Gruden ball. All right. I don't need Derek Carr to step in and be the next Patrick Mahomes. All right. I just need Derek Carr to come in, not make mistakes. And help the offense score 21, 24 points, but we need a defense. If we're gonna win a Super Bowl,
we're gonna win with a defense. Yes,
we're gonna win a defense.
Right, right. And again, Homer, and for those that are, I am not of a mind. I am not of a mind. I've never said that Derek Carr should be dumped. But I will say that this really is his make or break year, because there are plenty of quarterbacks that Gruden wants that are not on this team, that are in college. And you better believe me when I say
but do you trust Gruden with the quarterback coming out of college? Because Monkey's too young. Come on, man.
Gruden,
and from what I've heard, that was Gruden's choice. That's who we wanted.
Okay.
Gruden likes those veteran quarterbacks, but Dak Prescott's holding out. All right, you want to deal with that shit? You want to overpay for a quarterback that here in Texas, the Cowboys fans are not necessarily happy with him.
Okay.
They don't think that he deserves that big contract. They don't think he deserves that big.
Oh, contract. He doesn't. He doesn't. Okay, and we are getting some indication it was a third down. Okay, so I'm wrong on the Cowboys game. And Heath, who actually had it, second down, Carr threw a great pass to Heath, so knocked it away. Third down was when Heath caused the fumble of Derek Carr. I'm incorrect there.
That's when Marinelli was running that defense too. That's when he had that tough defense.
Yeah.
So, hopefully he can come in and turn our defense into that with the linebackers that we got, and he brought in his two tackles. And maybe now that P.J. Hall is gone, that Ross guy will make it.
Yeah.
And knowing he'll know Marinelli's system and how he likes to do it.
Well, I think so.
But people got to remember, you got to quit hating on Carr right now. And it's all about wins. Look, man, go back to the Houston game and watch that game.
Yeah.
All right. We still could have been in field goal position, but Tyrell Williams dropped the ball. That says it all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because remember, Cooper and Crabtree were top 3 as a combination in the NFL as far as drops.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Carr has always had people that deal in drops. The most reliable receiver he's ever had was probably James Jones, who was older when he came here,
mm-hmm.
and Jared Cook, who was also older.
Yeah.
All right. And by the time Terrell Williams was out, everybody was doubling Waller. I mean, but now you got the weapons.
There's no excuse, Homer. And by the way, Hollywood, I knew that Jacobs got hurt in Green Bay. What I was saying was, I can't remember if Jacobs was hurt prior to that series or if he was even in that series. I was there in Green Bay. I know that that's when Jacobs got hurt. So, but I don't know whether he was in the backfield when Carr fumbled the ball. I don't remember that much. Okay, I know it was right before the half, because I do remember Carr reached out, he fumbled the ball, and they went ahead and they had a long pass the very next fucking play, and they got a touchdown. That is a 14 fucking point swing. That much I do remember. It was right before the half. Okay, so there we go. But no excuses, Homer, right? Are you in agreement that there's no excuses for this team between Gunther and Marinelli and Derek Carr and all the people we have at receiver and Josh Jacobs and our offensive line and our defensive line and the additions in the linebacker core and the fact that we have Abrams coming back? No fucking excuses this year. There should be none. This Raider team that both you and I an asylum, because God knows I don't want asylum kicking my ass saying I didn't say him. We all went and we all had this team at 10-6, correct? You, myself, and asylum. No fucking excuses this year. None.
Nobody's making excuses for Carr. People are just pointing out the fact that Carr has never had a good defense, and he's had wide receivers that drop the fucking ball all the time. That's it, man. That's it. Carr can perform. You say, does it need to move around a little bit? Yes, but he moved. He didn't even run as much for as many yards in 2016. So the year that everybody's like, he needs to get back to that form, he ran for less yards than last year.
Hey, Sharif is asking. Sharif, here's the number.
Here we go.
Here's the number. He said, what is the fucking call-in number? And that is a quote. That is a quote.
Oh,
What is
God,
the
here we
fucking
go.
call-in number?
Here we go.
Sharif Salah Khan, my brother. Assalamu alaikum, my brother. Please.
Oh, shit.
I want to hear from the Reef Man. I want to hear from the Reef Man. That is the number to call in, 813-699-0834. And you can knock him the fuck out. He's still here. He's still here. He's still Raider Homer. He's still Raider Homer.
Here, I'm going to make room for Sharif, right?
Hey, all right. Hey, Homer, thanks again, man. And he did. He got off the line. That's funny. And again, love it. Number is there, 813-699-0834. You don't need to knock out the caller anymore because he said, what is the, and this is from Sharif saying this, what is the number? There's the number. There's the number. So we don't need to knock him out anymore. And thank you, Homer, thank you for calling in, by the way, obviously. Thank you for calling in. Let's hear from our viewers. You got the number. Matt, I get it. It's Carr is not the problem, but he wasn't the solution either. You understand what I said with that? He's not the problem, but he wasn't the solution. It takes everybody. This is the team. I play the drinking game by the rules, Captain. I am fucked up. And how many times have I told you, I'm not a big drinker? You know I'm not, and I'm trying to keep up. But when I let him fight, here, I'll take another big sip. That's a two gulper. That's a two gulper because I have to get some more to drink. Okay, Sharif, you knocked out Homer without even knocking him out. Homer left, and by the way, Homer again, thanks for coming in. Remember, Homer and I and Asylum, all three of us picked the Raiders. Well, Jerry White's calling in now. Jerry White, how you doing? What's going on, brother? Hello?
Okay. I'm here.
Yay, what's going on? How you doing there, Jerry White? Good to hear from you.
I'm good. How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. What's up?
You know what? Everyone is always going down on Carr. I mean, they have all these. Okay, look. He put up better numbers than Carson Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
He put up better numbers than Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm. Whoa! He put up better numbers than TB12.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. I watched Couter today or yesterday. Yes, he had better numbers than Tom Brady.
Okay. I can believe that.
Okay.
I can believe that.
Okay. Barely lost. I mean, just barely behind Dak Prescott. Barely.
Mm-hmm.
All without a number one receiver.
Yeah.
He didn't have it.
Yeah.
Okay. And the whole problem with Derek Carr last year, I hated those check downs. Please, don't get me wrong.
I do.
I hated them.
Check down Charlie, man. And it pisses me off. And not only does he check down, he throws the fucking ball away on fourth down in the dirt. That makes me furious. But
I can't stand it. I absolutely agree with you.
I digress. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, Jerry.
So when he finally decides, okay, he's going to throw the ball deep, his receivers would give up because they automatically assumed he's not going to go to them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it was Waller he threw to. He overthrew him by 10 yards.
Well, I know he did that with Waller one time. I think it was Zay Jones, though, once or twice. He was throwing to Zay Jones, and Zay Jones just quit on the pattern. And that was infuriating. Hey, Sharif, you got to use the number. Sharif, the number for the show. You can't call my cell number. You got to call the show number. Because Sharif has my show. Hang on a second, okay? We're going to go back to the main screen, okay? Hang on. Going back. Go ahead there. Go ahead there, brother. Sharif, that's the number to call. 813-609-0834. Jerry White is here. If you don't get in, like I said, you got to find it when nobody's calling in, and you got to be there. Go ahead, Jerry.
I like Derek Carr's attitude right now. I'm really, really happy with it. He's going in with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, his brother joked about it. Okay, the disrespect he gets it from me, which is, I'm talking about David Carr.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm talking about all these analysts on ESPN, NFL channel, that they're going to trade up and they're going to go get such and such quarterback. They're going to trade up and they're going to go get him. They're going to draft him. And, you know, for the last 2 years, the Raiders have had 5 number 1 picks. They haven't taken a quarterback.
Okay.
There has to be some kind of faith that John Gruden and Mike Mayock have in Derek Carr.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think he can be the quarterback he was in 2016?
Well, he can be. He can be. Yeah.
He hasn't had the weapons around him to do that since they got rid of Crabtree.
Well, whoa. He does now, though, Jerry.
He does now.
He has now. There is no excuse. There's no excuse for Derek Carr this year. There's no excuse for the Raiders this year. I'm going to let you guys know something, okay? I cannot play quarterback. I can't play quarterback, okay?
Well, I got the arm. I don't have the accuracy.
Okay. Well, I can't play quarterback. I'm a big offensive lineman. I can block my ass off. But even I, with these weapons, should be able to throw a floating duck to somebody downfield and get yards. Even I.
Okay, well,
that's my point.
Isn't that called a check down?
Well, for me, it's probably a long pass that's over the line of scrimmage, man. I can't throw a football.
I'll overthrow somebody in a heartbeat.
Yeah, there you go. But there's no excuse for the Raiders' offense. And Sharif, hopefully, you can call the no, because like so we love hearing from Jerry too. But again, there's no excuse for anybody, Jerry, right?
I completely agree. And what really bothers me is Derek Carr. He caught up. He was really able to keep up with the Chiefs last year. In the second half, granted, okay, I understand they went out and they didn't score a damn thing, but the defense went to sleep. They couldn't do a damn thing.
Whoa, wait a second. Now, you're talking about the Chiefs game where the Raiders were up 10-0 in the first quarter, and the Chiefs went and scored 28 in the second quarter, and then the Chiefs didn't score shit the entire rest of the game?
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, the Chiefs should have scored a touchdown. The guy dropped the ball in the second half, but they did not score. I was at that game too. And what was was it 28-10 was the final score? Because I don't think anybody scored in the second half. I think it was 28-10 if I'm not mistaken. Okay, which means if that is true and it was 28-10, and I believe it was, that means the Raider offense didn't score aside from the first quarter when they were up 10-0.
Right, but okay, like I said, they didn't have a legitimate number one, AB or whatever that AF and POS decided to do what he was going to do. So we rely on Waller to be a number one. Well, he gets injured. So Derek Carr is throwing checkdowns the entire season. It's like, dude, can you throw it past 5 yards, 10 yards?
Okay.
You know, I mean, he's throwing it to his running back. He's throwing it to his tight ends. The wide receivers were pretty much gone for the last season.
Okay.
And God, that was irritating.
And what we're gonna do is Jerry, give me one more thought, because Sharif is saying he's calling a number, but nothing's happening, and occasionally we have issues with it. Give me one more thought. I'm turning on my other phone, Sharif, because what we'll do is this: we'll give you the opportunity, because Jerry's going to give me what's your last thought out the door, Jerry?
It goes both ways. It goes to the offense, Derek Carr, to the receivers. We have a straight up awesome running back, and it goes to our defense. That's where it has to stop.
Okay.
They have to make it stop.
Okay. Well, I agree. No excuse for the Raiders this year. 10-6 minimum. And if things fly right, why not 11-5? Why not 12-4? Okay, stranger shit has happened.
When the schedule came out, I looked at it every single game, away and home. I saw 10-6.
Yeah, I saw 10-6. So
and if we can split with the Chiefs, we can win that division. Because damn it, I don't care what these people on ESPN say. Denver is not that good, and neither are the Chargers.
No, I agree. Angela, we're definitely, in my estimation, Angela, 8-8. No, definitely better than that. Definitely better than that. And Hollywood, I'm turning on my phone now, so I'm getting messages. I'm doing okay. Jerry, I'm going to let you go because I definitely want Sharif to call in because he's having some issues, and I want to hear from him. Thanks again for calling in, brother.
Oh, thank you.
All right, take care.
You too. Bye.
All right. That was Jerry White. And yes, Jerry had 9 minutes. So just in case you wanted to know, I was not kicking Jerry out. I want to hear from Sharif. Sharif, I got my phone on. So call either number. You have my phone number. Okay? You have my phone number. You call in using my phone or you call in with the other. The other number is better because people will be able to hear you better. But for you, I have my phone on. Okay, so we'll see what's going on. Hopefully, we'll get a call from Sharif, and thanks, Jason. I appreciate that. And Sharif says 2016 again. Hopefully, at least we'll have a quarterback that will be there for the playoffs. Because God knows, I really believe. And Sharif, I'm telling people not to call. I want to hear from Sharif. Okay, Angela, I see that message as well. Sharif Silicon, 813-699-0834, or my phone number, which you have. Which let me see here. I'll do the thingies here. I'll do because I know that your number is pretty much. And I'm sending you a text now, Sharif. It says one word, call, with 3 exclamation points. 3. And I call you about, then call my number. Call my number, because if you call when somebody is on the line with the Google Voice, there we go. Sharif Salah Khan, I have you on my phone, okay?
Wow, okay.
I hope everybody can hear, and I do this when we've had some issues. Like I said, if the Google Voice number is being used, then I have to. It'll go to like voice. It might even give you voicemail. Some people have issues with the Google Voice number, which is why I also say you can call me via the Facebook Messenger, and I know that works.
Yes, being that I'm underground, the Facebook thing might not be of the best quality.
That's fine.
And I was calling you by the Google number, and just as you indicated, I would get the greeting. It asks me to leave my name. It rings maybe 4 or 5 times, and then it says you can't be reached.
Yeah. Okay. Well, again, I'm doing this for you, brother. I'm doing this for you.
That's what VIPs and OGs deserve. I paid the cost to be the boss, trekking miles around the world, flying the flag. But I just wanted to inject a little balance.
Okay.
Nobody, honestly, hates Derek Carr. I mean, as a man, everything you hear about him is extremely commendable and likable. The problem with a lot of us in the nation is we struggle to differentiate the player and the person. And coming out of Fresno, you can Google this. All of us good people with internet access or cell phones. The scouting reports, the weak points of Derek Carr was about he had the tendency to panic. That was well known as he came out of Fresno. Another reason why I suspect that he may struggle on East Coast time, this is another issue with him as far as his inability to win on the East Coast for some reason, is that he's been in California basically all his life, from Pop Warner to high school to college to the Raiders. You know, I think it would have toughened him up had he went to a Michigan or Penn State and not been coddled so much by the home community, by mommy and daddy, and he wouldn't be so thin-skinned when it comes to scrutiny or criticism. When you're the captain or the quarterback, that comes with the territory. You can't evoke the name of Kobe Bryant, who was a very polarizing figure, but he was extremely dominant. You would never see Kobe Bryant on Twitter engaging in some self-pity and woe is me rhetoric. People call Kobe Bryant a selfish ball hog. Some people called him a rapist, all types of things. But he made you pay when he got on that hardwood on the court. It's about focus. Social media ain't meant for everyone. And when you're challenging reporters to a fist fight because they're doing their job, what does that say about our leader who is so hypersensitive and mentally fragile? If Lau Alzado or Tatum or Stabler was alive right now, they would slap him for that. That makes all of us look weak. You know, we don't need a choir boy or a pastor. If you want to be that in your private life, that's beautiful, that's fine. But when you're on the field, we need you to be a Raider. And the reason why Al Davis never retired numbers is because nobody supersedes the shield, including Derek Carr. And if you listen to some of these zealots, you would think Derek Carr is the only quarterback in history who has never lost a game. No matter what happens in the game, the narrative is always favorable to him. I've never seen that. I've been watching football since 1978. He is literally the only quarterback who has never lost or blew a game. You know, it's mind-blowing. And then when those of us who live by the ethic of just win, baby, or commitment to excellence, not mediocrity, not to 8-8, not to a commitment to next year, commitment to excellence, and we make a demand on our leader, we're called haters. Derek Carr invites this scrutiny and this criticism because he shows himself to be an easy, mentally soft target. Like Kevin Durant, who is top 5 in his profession, recently admitted that he actually had fake accounts that he would argue with fans about Kevin Durant. But in Kevin Durant's defense, he's dominant and he's a world champion a couple of times over. But my biggest piece of advice outside of football to Derek Carr, get off of social media. That's something that also helped LeBron James, who's probably the most criticized athlete on the planet. He'll never be Jordan. He's soft. He's this. He's a crybaby. But every year, like clockwork, especially during the playoffs, and this is well known, he turns all his social media accounts off so he can tap into his laser focus and do what he needs to do. You know, if you're not built for this game, then maybe find something else to do, because nobody has a lifetime entitlement to any position on the Raiders. And since everyone keeps talking about 2016, way back in the Obama administration, and we're 3 months away from another election, Carr is a part of a small group of quarterbacks who still have their original starting job since 2016. That's Breeze, who won a Super Bowl, Big Ben, who won a Super Bowl, Russell, who's won a Super Bowl, Rodgers, who's won a Super Bowl, Stafford, who's been to 3 playoffs, Dak Prescott, who has won 2 division titles, Matt Ryan, who's been to the playoffs and an NFC champion, and there's Derek Carr, who's done none of that. 0. And if you want to talk about defense, the Chiefs' defense last year was rated 17th.
Yeah, they weren't that great.
Ours was 19th.
Yeah.
That's not a quantum leap.
Mm-hmm.
You have to score This is not the 70s of the steel curtain, purple people eaters. This ain't the 86 Bears no more. When you go against a lot of these offenses right now, and especially with the rule changes in the last 10 to 20 years, you got to expect pretty much at least 20 to 21 points being put up on. Back in the old days, in our era, Jack, there was a lot of games that was 14 to 10, 13 to 7. That don't happen anymore. Rarely that you see that those days.
No, because the NFL has made scoring a priority. They've opened things up with all of the rule changes. You know, you can't. You got to have that 5-yard bump now, where you used to be able to mug somebody from the line of scrimmage. Every rule change since want to say since the early 80s has been to open up the offense. There's been very few rule changes that have. In fact, I can't think of any rule change at all, Sharif, that has actually helped out a defense. I can't think of one.
Right. And if Carr wants to say he's disrespected, then make it plain and let us know who's disrespecting you and why. And when he used the term haters, and I've seen this on his social media. Who's hating on you? Nobody hates on failure. Nobody hates on underachievement. Nobody hates on mediocrity. Tom Brady has haters. I'm a witness because I'm a Tom Brady hater. But he makes us pay for that because he's been so dominant damn near for the last 2 decades. That's who have haters. If you never done anything, what do we have to hate on? We hate losing.
Yeah.
If the old band was still alive, trust me, Carr would be a memory right now.
Yeah, I actually believe that. If Al was alive, Al wouldn't have hung out for this shit.
Right. So, you know, some of these newer fans who, you know, don't have the tenure me and you have, because the first quarterback I grew up under was Dan Pastorini. I came a little bit after the Stabler era, you know, because I watched football, but I wasn't really taking it serious. I was way too young still. So that's how far back I go. And I've seen a lot of names come and go. And no one's saying Carr's the worst QB in the world, but it's extremely rare, the way the business is now, for you to have a 6 to 7 year tenure. When I'm seeing a lot of big names, a lot of turnover around the league. I'm seeing Teddy Bridgewater hold a clipboard. I'm watching Cam Newton play for $500,000, and he's been to a Super Bowl and an MVP. That is disrespectful. Carr ain't disrespected. He's protected, and he's fortunate to have a coaching staff that's trying to appease him at all ends. And I believe that's the real reason why Jason Witten is here, who is unnecessary athletically, but just like Jordy Nelson was, and I predicted that was going to be a disaster, and it was, Mr. Witten just happens to be a devout Christian just like Derek Carr. And that's fine as far as their way of life and what they choose to believe, but that's not the criteria for making football personnel decisions. Because we got Waller, we got Monroe. Where does a over-the-hill guy whose last 3 years have declining stats, who has been the quintessential cowboy, and Jerry Jones even, you know, give him the freedom to walk? Because Jerry Jones is a very loyal guy to his players, or his type of guy.
He is, yes.
So you know, what's the real need to have Witten over here other than that? So they've done everything. When they redid the O-line after all that 2017 controversy, they've done everything to try to make this kid comfortable, on the field as well as off the field. None of us still know the real reason why Crabtree suddenly was ushered out of town. And a previous call of yours did make a great point that nobody seems to bring up the fact that he also hasn't been the same since Crabtree been gone.
Yeah.
Because for a 3-year period, him and Crabtree led the NFL with the most touchdowns. Well, they were tied with AB and Big Ben with 25. So there was only 2 quarterbacks, 2 wide receivers who led the league for that 3-year period. A.B., Roethlisberger, Derek Carr, Michael Crabtree, with 25 TD passes between them.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't really even think of a Derek Carr signature moment without forgetting about Michael Crabtree. You know, he just had an innate chemistry with him. And of course, there's been a carousel of new faces the last two years or so, you know, that could have affected him as well. But this silliness about people hating on Carr, no. As Raider fans, we hate losing.
We do.
I didn't grow up in that era. If you started being a Raider fan around 2000, or rather 2004, 2003, then okay, then maybe because you're used to that. You came up under that. But we're losing so many beautiful people in Raider Nation who are dead and gone, who are believing just maybe this will be the year, or Carr just need another chance or whatever. He's extremely lucky, and I would just hope he just stay quiet. If you want to shut us up, let your play do the talking, period. Because that's a bad look when you blocking fans on social media who are not even saying anything, you know, crude or disrespectful, but just giving like obstructive, critical analysis, or you challenging reporters to fist fights, you walking around with this persecution complex. Stop it. I mean, his brother was a number 1 pick, and Houston didn't even keep him around that long.
Yeah.
It wasn't until Matt Schwab came there, and then that team went to the next level. They counted their losses. Although David Carr has a Super Bowl ring as a backup with the Giants. So Derek needs to come back down to earth, because he's isolating himself and alienating himself from a certain segment of the fan base that want to see him do well. And you see like this undercurrent of a civil war, where you had these super duper Carr zealots, or groupies, as far as maybe some of the females, and some of the men act like females. I hate to say that, but and then just the other people who are practical. Like, look, the kid had a good year 4 years ago, but hell, Tim Tebow had a great 2011. RG3 had a beautiful 2012.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? You know, you're not promised anything in this game. And if not for COVID-19, and we had a traditional preseason, I wholeheartedly to take that job. He's younger than Carr. He's taller. He can extend plays. He's undefeated versus the Chiefs. He don't have any East Coast time difference challenges. He's used to cold weather.
Yeah.
That's another issue with Carr. I mean, name the last cold weather game he's won. So it's so much with him that you cannot coach. Does that suddenly change as he's approaching 30 years old? And you say, well, he had wide receivers that drop passes. He also had wide receivers who got 1,000 yards apiece. You know how rare that is, brother?
That is rare.
You got 2 wide receivers with 1,000 yards?
And that was when Cooper actually gave a shit. Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Sharif, I've had you on. I definitely wanted to hear from you. Give me your best out the door, brother, because I'm gonna let hopefully somebody else come on, because
absolutely.
Yeah, like I said, and that's why I'm holding my phone literally up to the microphones. I wanted people to know. And again, it's that other number when people are on. Some people have an issue with it, and when you said that, what's the number? I said, I'm definitely going to hear from you tonight. That's for sure.
Well, thank you so much. And yes, I was calling the 699 number. It's still Raider Nation all day with me. You know, let's get this done. Just win, baby. That's what I'm passionate about. Above any personality, above any individual. Al Davis, do not retire numbers, because the mission is greater than any individual. Thanks again, Captain Jack.
Hey, good hearing from you, brother. You take care. And remember, folks, Black Thanos, a.k.a. Sharif, the gentleman I'm on, make sure you, if you're not friends with him on YouTube, he gives great, very long dissertations of his thoughts. They're entertaining as hell. And so if you're not a friend of Sharif Saleh Khan, I believe I said that right. Did I not?
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, you paid attention in school. That's good.
Well, I can speak some Arabic, so that's probably one of the reasons why. But if you're not a friend of the Sharif man, the Black Thanos, go find him on Facebook and hook him up. And we got. I hope you were here earlier. We got a brand new member in the tribe, shall we say, for the Raider Nation folks with Texas Glamazon. She's going to be wearing our colors proud this year.
Oh, great. Welcome. That's fantastic. Well, thank you again, Jack, and let's go Raiders.
All right. Hey, thanks again there, partner. You take care.
You too.
All right. That was Sharif. And that, I tell you, like I said, if you are IMing me, and I'm seeing the IMs, I'm definitely going to have you come on. Now, again, I not that I kicked Homer out because Homer was on for 15 minutes. Not that I kicked Jerry out because Jerry was on for right at 9 minutes. But I definitely wanted to make sure that Sharif was on. Yeah, and Sharif was on for about 15. And that's long. Now, I want to have boom, 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 boom. I really do. I want to do. And that's why I put up the knock out the caller. You guys know that have been here with this show for as long as it has been. You know, I like to have 5 and then 7 at the most. But you know, we're long talkers. But if you haven't spoken already, get your ass in here. Get your ass in here. I want to hear from you. We still got some time left. It is 11:22. I'm here. Give me another call, and we'll be beyond. We'll go beyond. And I appreciate everybody watching. Let the YouTube roll, baby. Let it run. Let it run. Let it run. I'm hoping that the next time I look at my counter, it'll be over 3,000 hours. And then remember, 4,000 hours I got to get. And I'm right up at close to 3,000. So for everybody that's here, I appreciate you being here. And definitely make sure you're here for all the other shows. Like I said, we got great entertainment coming up. The show on Sunday. A lot of people there. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up, please. I appreciate that. But we're all talking sports. We're talking Raiders. And I appreciate everybody that's been here. And if I didn't get a chance to shout you out, Logan's been here for a bit. Logan, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to shout you out. And Kelly, I know had to leave. I know Ed Winchell was in and out. By the way, I'm hoping tomorrow night. If and I'll make sure if Angela's still here. I'm thinking we had the Ed Winchell Santangela tete-a-tete. That was supposed to be tomorrow night. I'm thinking that was 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 Pacific. So that's an extra show. I definitely got to show that one. I love Homer. I'm getting a headache from all the stupid shit I'm hearing. Angela is here. I'm still looking at tomorrow night. Hopefully, if you see that we're live tomorrow at 10 Eastern, figure for about an hour. A show, Ed talking about why he thinks the Coliseum is despicable. His words. Quoting Ed Winchell. His words. Despicable. And Angela, of course. No, I don't. I think Ed's gone. But I'm thinking that it's supposed to be tomorrow night, so that's an extra show. That's tomorrow night, Homer. Tomorrow night it is the debate. The debate. Have his ass calling out. Okay, well, I don't think he's here. I think he left because I was going through the comments, and I think he had left. Let me go up through what I was looking at. I think he's gone. I'm going through. I will. Does anybody see, says, I think he said he was gone. Boy, I love the comments tonight. I appreciate it. And Michael Guerrero showed up, and if I didn't shout him out, I apologize. I'm not sure if Michael is still here. Definitely permission to come aboard. Jerry White, who actually got a chance to call. I don't see Ed here. I think I saw that he had to go. So I'm going back down to the bottom of the call list. So again, it is 11:26. I think he's gone. And again, if you liked what you've seen and you haven't had a chance to give it a thumbs up, please do so. Because I enjoy that. Let it run. Let the show run. Tomorrow night, be ready for it. Figure 10 o'clock. Somebody give me a friggin' reminder. Okay, because I usually take Friday off, and I'm like, oh, thank God I got another show. But for this show, yeah. For this show, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I just need to remember that I actually am doing it. So, having said that, we're going to call it a night. I want to thank everybody that called in. I definitely want to thank Sheila Howes Jones, a.k.a. Texas Glamazon, for calling in and opening up. And another member of Raider Nation for the year. Love Sheila. Great lady. Make sure you hit her up on Facebook. Again, Sheila Howes Jones. She's one of my friends. So, but hopefully it'll be tomorrow. Come out and play. Warriors, come out to play. High pitched as shit. Vegas Unions are getting the Legion ready in 1,000 days, all for no fans. You know, that's a shame. But you know what, Logan, and Logan's out there, is it'll be so ready. The fans will be there on the outside, I'm sure. There will be conglomeration. Oh, okay. Ed Winchell. Good. I'm glad that you chimed in. I thought you were gone. Are we still? Are we on for tomorrow night for 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 Pacific? You and Santangela having the debate. We're on for tomorrow. I want to. Okay, Ed Winchell said Eddie's here, good to go, and I know Angela's ready. Are we on for tomorrow night? I'm waiting. Ooh, I don't know if you guys could hear my stomach gurgle. Okay, yeah, Ed's there. Good to see. Tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Eastern. Be here. Yeah, and I said that, Logan. Like I said, I think that if in playoff time, providing that COVID is down a bit, then I think it'll be ready. No. I want to go to bed. That's why I'm. It's 11:30. Remember, I'm East Coast, folks. if you don't mind, I'd like to go to bed. I just wanted to make sure that Ed was calling in tomorrow. Okay. Because this way, Ed's prepared. I know Angela's prepared. Trust me. And I'm gonna. You guys like the new rap? I hope you do. But we'll do that anyway. Tomorrow night, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. Make sure people know about it. I'm gonna promote it. I'm sure Angela will promote it. She'll do something and throw it on my page. We'll do that. Might be, I don't know, but I got to go to bed. It matches. It does match. So I like it. Anyway, I'll try to make sure it's not inside out, but you can't really tell it's inside out. I don't think anyway. But anyway, y'all have a great night. We will see you tomorrow, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. The tete-a-tete, Ed Winchell, the silky, sexy, and pissed off Santangela tomorrow night. We'll see y'all later. Have a great rest of your night. Good night, everybody.